Next forced fast screen we're going to look at, we call Yoke. And you may remember earlier showing a formation, or not the formation, but a play slide for our different fast screens. One of them was smoke. And smoke is just a fast screen to an outside wide receiver in our terminology. So Yoke for us is a PRO. Okay, we are going to try and throw the screen. If it's not there, then we have a built-in run to hand it off. And Yoke is just, it means Y motion smoke. We're going to take a tight end from a sniffer alignment. It can also be a fullback type kid, but that's just the Y position for us. That person's going to motion out to try and give us quick numbers so that we can throw a smoke even against teams that are playing 2 over 2 out wide, taking away the smoke. So he's going to motion out and block for the smoke. Heavy for us is 12 personnel. So that's 2 tight end personnel where we get in wing sets, and we get in 2 tight end sets with one guy off ball that's kind of the move tight end. That's typically a hybrid type player, and he's going to motion out and block. Obviously, an attached tight end is never going to be the motion man. That's illegal. But this enables us to get a bigger and more physical blocker on a corner, and that's something that we've kind of grown into is trying to get our tight ends involved and beating up on corners. And you'll see a little bit more of that later. But it just, again, like Comet, it causes a reaction. You have to react fast if you're going to adjust to this. And the faster you react, it opens up some other things. And I'm going to try and show you some constraints, or at least one, off of this as we go forward, just to kind of see how you can build a package off these different things. So a typical way we would run Yoke is to just take the tight end, motion him out if we had one corner out there, and we're going to block the corner, and it's going to give us quick numbers. And if nobody adjusts, if you don't have a linebacker bump out or you don't have a safety roll down, then we're just going to be able to throw it, and it's going to be easy. If they do adjust, or it's just a bad look, then we're going to be able to run whatever built-in run by game plan that we have. A lot of times for us it's mid-zone, but we're going to have whatever run we want to just be attached to it. And so Yoke just is Y motion smoke, and the run will be built in. So for the quarterback, it's a PRO. I'm going to throw it if I've got it, just like with Comet. If not, I'll hand it off. So we're going to look at several examples of this. One of our favorite ways to do it, though, because of the looks you get defensively, is to get in too tight and do it. And so that's going to enable you all of a sudden to have a tight end motioning, and you can create numbers. Now you're not motioning to a 1 receiver side, you're motioning to a 2 receiver side. And you can really out-hat the perimeter defense pretty quickly, because generally, if you see a 21 personnel or 12 personnel set, they're going to be pretty heavy in the box. And so we're able to outnumber them outside and throw the ball on the perimeter. That's the first example we're going to look at. So we've got a wing set into the boundary, which we do quite a bit of. They're 2 over 2 outside. So by motioning this guy, if nobody chases him or we don't get a backer bumped out of the box, then we're going to have great numbers to be able to throw this. You can see there's just no adjustment, and we've got 2 over 2. A lot of times we would rather go ahead and have the tight end kick the corner, but in this case we just had the number 2 receiver go block the corner, and we rolled up the tight end on the safety, and you can block it however your rules work. Okay, we'd rather have a better throw right there, but we're still able to get a really nice gain on just a really simple fast screen, and it enables us, on a passing game play to be super physical. That's one of the benefits of doing all this perimeter stuff is you get an element of physicality with your receivers outside that you might not necessarily have otherwise. And so, we're going to throw the ball. And so, corners and safeties are going to get to run around and try and make plays in their coverages, but we're not just going to let them do that. They're going to have to come up and make tackles against us. And it's not just going to be those inside backers. They're going to be banging heads inside. You're going to have to run down, and you're going to have to take on a block from guys that are tight end fullback type bodies. And so when we see guys on the ground like you see here, the secondary, that's a big point of pride for our guys. Okay. Here's another look. This is the look that was shown in the diagram. So we're in a Y off tight end trip set. Okay, and you can see they're really respecting our boundary receiver. He's a really good player, so they're super, super soft on this. So it's just easy. And he's going to block most dangerous. The corner is a non-factor because he's going to end up, at the snap dropping. He's going to be 15 yards away from the play. So the tight end's just going to block most dangerous. which is going to be the outside linebacker, who's a good athlete. But he's in a lot of space, and that's a big tight end, and so we're able to go ahead and get a good game. Okay, we end up getting it called back because we vault this kid, which is illegal now. Okay, so pretty cool to look at, but illegal. But we had a nice play even prior to that. Here's another look. Again, we're probably here, probably okay just handing the ball off. They've got several guys outside, but they're not really adjusting. And as we went through the game, this guy's definitely a run-first player. He's not really adjusting to the pass. So our quarterback goes ahead. This is a pretty fast call we're going right here. So he just throws it out there. We're getting a touch to a wide receiver. And then we end up getting a penalty tacked on at the end of it for a personal foul. So we end up getting an even bigger gain than we got on the throw and catch. Okay, same exact thing. Okay, we're going to throw the ball out wide. Easy. Nobody's out there. They're bringing a pressure. Ball's out fast. Our tight end decides that corner's more dangerous. So even though they have a safety rolling down, we're still able to get positive yards and pick up 8 just on a little throw out there. Okay, something really quick, kind of a little bonus. The great thing about all this is, like we talked about, you are forcing teams to have to make quick snap judgments in the secondary as to how you're going to handle things. And the more aggressive they are to these motions, the more they give up. So here we're playing fantastic defense right here, but state champions 2 years in a row, and this is in a playoff game. And so we're given the Yoke look. You can see how hard the corner attacks. Okay, and even with safety being wide and outside the hash, we're able to still nearly back shoulder the ball and get a throw. So you can get some huge play action yards and explosives built off these looks, just doing some standard stuff in your offense. That's the great thing. If you're good on the perimeter, you set up things like throwing play action screens. So a good play for us right here at the beginning of the game. We're able to go down and score on the opening drive, and showing the Yoke play in previous weeks is what helped set that up.